So it's Sunday morning, per coach's instructions. I didn't eat bad yesterday. I had the pokey, like I told you, and then that's it. I went to bed a little bit late, but per instructions from him, I'm doing cardio, and I have to say, I'm extremely emotional. So today is Sunday, Mother's Day, and I decided to go one more day of this vlog, and I just want to say, I got about 20 seconds and I'm going to pause it so I can do my high zone, because I'm still doing my high intervals. And I just want this, I want you guys to know that you let this be a Mother's Day where you enjoy your kids. That's what this is about. I mean, okay, pause. So let this be a day where you enjoy being a mother and or a father that's playing the role of a mother. But let this also show that my kids are not neglected. Everything I do when they're in school, I do when they're in daycare, and then I am the best mother that I can be, doing Kuman with them, you guys saw. But your kids don't have to be the reason why you aren't being the best version of yourself. You can still be a phenomenal mother, but be a phenomenal woman. So please, I mean, I'm in such an incredible mood. I feel like crying. I am crying. Hold on, I gotta do my high zone again. So, okay, I calmed down. So, you know, I told you guys, it wasn't really about me vlogging to go back to the stage. It was about the reason why I did it. To see what I'm made of, to see what I can do to my legs that I've always wanted to do. To see that I can make it work. That's why I want to still continue to do this for a couple days, just to show you that everything's still the same. Like, even though I'm done with this show, I am still going to do all the same things. Prep my food, do my workouts. Look, it's a day after a show, and I'm over here doing cardio. Almost time. But, you know, you can do anything you set your mind to. It's just going to be all about time management, setting for success, finding your fire. Hold on. I literally just had somebody message me and say, you know, you never cease to amaze me. I wish I had your determination. And my comeback to that, because that's not the first time I've heard it, is always, you have it. You have the same thing I do. You just haven't channeled it. You just haven't found what your fire is to keep you fired up. Like motivating my clients, not being sick, not having Crohn's disease symptoms, which I have to say, so much more came out of this than I anticipated. You have no idea how amazing it feels to not be in pain. So I don't complain. My clients, they have no idea. But for 20 years, every day, I have some kind of a little bit of a stomach ache. Hold on, I gotta do my high zone again. Okay, so just to recap. From the age of 19 to 21, I was sick all the time. They kept telling me it's just stress. 21, they finally did a colonoscopy, diagnosed me with Crohn's disease, put me on medication for 2 years. During that time, I got emotionally sick, you know, depressed, eating disorder, all that other stuff. Which, by the way, I'm done with my cardio, but I'm just going to stay on here and stay in low zones for a little bit so I can do this. So, let me see if I can do that. Okay, maybe I don't have to hold on. Okay, so, that might fall. Okay, so, then I ended up getting emotionally sick, living my life to try to please everybody, which is why I so don't care anymore. And had a nervous breakdown at 23 years old. If you haven't read my story, go read my story. But, so, from 21 to 23, sick, 23, got certified, and decided I'm getting myself in remission and I refuse to be on medication. And then that's when I actually started getting certified before I got sick, then finished my certification after being out of the hospital, whatever. But, okay, so I've had clients make comments before, like, oh, this is easy for you, or whatever. And no, I just don't complain. So they might see me in the studio, and maybe, especially more towards the later on, like the night clients, like I almost always, towards the end of the day, had some kind of stomach ache. But every day I felt something. So even though I got myself into remission and was off medication from 23 till this year I'm going to be 40, I've been hospitalized. You know, I did a blood test and found out that I'm allergic to a lot of different seasonings and lemon and all that other stuff. So I would be hospitalized from stress, or maybe at restaurant cooking with something or whatever. Immediately would be triggered. Then I found a homeopathic doctor out here, and she helped a lot. So then I started, like, if I went out to a restaurant and they cooked it with lemon by accident, I wouldn't be hospitalized. So that was a few years ago. But still, like, stomach aches and stuff. So again, when I finally decided to do this, to see what I'm capable of, to just hire him for my own personal things, Johnny Castellina, for my own personal things. Didn't, actually, when I hired him a year and 3 months ago, I said to him, I might not necessarily ever get back on stage. I'm doing this for sheer selfish purposes. I just want to get my legs bigger. I want to feel more symmetrical, all that other stuff. I want to be like a Jack Jessica Rabbit. And then got inspired. And then got motivated to do a show. I can't remember what it was right now. And then I said I want to take it to the next level. And doing pro shows, and now the next step, trying to go pro. It's not because I ever want to train people for shows. It's not because I ever want to put my name on somebody that's walking on stage. No. I mean, there have already been people that have contacted me, and I've just referred them to Johnny because that's not what I want to do. That's not what I do. It's not my specialty. Just because I know how he preps me doesn't mean I know anything about how to prep somebody else. So I know what I know from 20 years of experience of, you know, multiple certifications. I've trained 18 women through pregnancy, multiple women through more than one kid. I've learned about metabolic dieting, regular sports nutrition. I have a specialty certification in that. Multiple certifications, CECs every 2 years to keep my cert up, all that stuff. Special populations, older adult and youth. I've trained an 81-year-old. I actually have an 80-year-old client right now. The oldest I've ever trained is 81. So somebody's about to come in, but whatever. So basically, now I'm going to get a little distracted. So, you know what? I'm going to finish this later. Apparently a later is now, because he just came in and walked around and looked at the machines and he left. So, okay. So, basically what I was trying to get at is that I've been in pain, like, every day. I've had some kind of bloating. I've had some kind of stomach ache. I've tried all different things. Like many years ago, I used to be able to eat fruit. Then I wasn't able to eat fruit. I used to be able to eat peppers. Then oatmeal was like the only carb that I could eat. And then I tried sweet potatoes. And then it's like everything changed. And that's what happens with your body. Like sometimes a certain food method works and then it doesn't work anymore. And then you got to change it up. So like for years, I actually did the same thing. But I'm going to be honest, like, it was enough, and it was enough for me to, like, suck it up, but I never made changes because I was always kind of afraid to make changes because I was afraid it was going to get worse, and it was tolerable, but I was always in pain. So, like, I had no idea that starting prep for a show where most people talk about how miserable they are. Like, I can't tell you how many girls were backstage talking about, I haven't had carbs since last Friday, I haven't done this, I can't wait to eat a Snickers bar. I mean, people, I mean, and you know, eating candy in the back. I mean, yes, that is something that people do backstage right before they walk on stage. That's not what I did. I wasn't eating candy. But that's not what was in my program. But I was eating rice cakes. I had apples. And, you know, I had salt. But whatever, we're not going to get into that. But I don't really have a stomach ache today. And even though Coach had said to me, you could have a cheat meal just as long as it's something that's digestible and that's good for your digestive tract, mainly. I don't know if that's something that he says to everybody or if it's just something that he said to me. But he knows how I felt over these last 4 weeks. So, like, the 4 weeks before the show are also supposed to be the hardest. But, I mean, I think it's just, I'm going to be done now. I've been on here for 40 minutes. I think the biggest thing for me is that it's unbelievably emotional to feel great, to not expect to not have bloating, to not expect to not have a stomach ache for, like, never, every day. Like starting to take digestive enzymes, which I have taken before, but I started taking them through this new company, which I actually usually put on the description, from Project AD, which the website is going to be in this video eventually. I'm not home, so I can't. If you're watching this and it's not in there yet, it will be within a day or so. But usually it's in all the descriptions. So go to one of my older videos. Just wait, it'll be in there. But I used Grazed, which is like super greens, and I started using that. That totally changed the dynamic of things. But again, it's like, it's that, like, and even that day that I videotaped, you guys saw in that video where I had a pity party for myself for about 5 minutes, and then I realized what I was doing, and then I felt phenomenal. Like, it's not, it's about proving to yourself that you're stronger. Be mentally stronger than what you physically feel. Like, that is my saying. I told Misfit Clothing about that, and he made a shirt out of it, and I love it. I'm like, a little sweat. I mean, whatever. Like, that's the thing for me. It's like, when you feel phenomenal, you have this crazy fire, and it's like those endorphins where they say that people can lift cars because their kids are under them or whatever, when you normally wouldn't be able to lift a car. That's what I have every day. Not having a stomach ache for the first time in 20 years. God, you have no idea. So, I mean, this is just like, you have no idea how capable you are of feeling absolutely fantastic. My clients, I tell them, it is not about the physical goal that they want to get to. It is what they're going to feel. It is that incredible feeling that they're going to have, proving to themselves. It's showing yourself that you don't even realize, like, eating garbage food all the time, and then, or more than what I would allow, and then cleansing pretty much with, I don't believe in cleanses, like where you have to not eat and do cabbage things or lemon things. And no, I don't believe in that kind of cleanse. I believe in cleansing with good, healthy food. And then you go and you have something that you normally wouldn't have had, and then boom, you have a stomach ache. And it's literally like, I have clients in their food logs that are like, oh my God, I cannot believe how great I feel. Or like clients that'll post in my private group, I ran 6 miles for the first time in 10 years. Like, and that's what I got out of this. And that's what life is all about. So again, take this Mother's Day and this any day to make a goal. Make a goal that is going to motivate you. And like, why is that your goal? I've said it a million times. Write down what your goal is, but write down why it's your goal. And then don't forget about that goal. And don't forget about the why. And that's your fire every day. So, I wish I knew how to, like, do this to flip it. How do I flip it? I don't know how to flip it. I don't know. You know what? Whatever. So, sweaty. Am I sweaty? Ooh, yay. I have a sports bra sweat. And then let's do a little bit of ab shot. Yup. Okay. All right. Let me go. Because, I mean, it's only 6 o'clock in the morning. Only. Okay. So I still got up at 3 o'clock. Still did food logs. I went to bed at like 10:30 yesterday. And you want to know what? I slept like a baby the day before. And then last night, it was just, I didn't get back to the hotel until like 9 o'clock, I think. And then my husband, or 8:45, my husband just dropped off me and the baby. And then him and Koa went to the movies. They didn't get back until 11:30. So they went to the movies. Me and the baby went to bed. And then I was like answering Facebook. When I woke up this morning, I had 30 notifications. And then I got up and I started doing food logs. And then I did cardio because Coach told me to do cardio, and that's what I do. I was planning on doing it anyway. And now we're going to go to a Mother's Day breakfast. We're going to meet my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, who came out to my show for the first time. I love you, Nana and Tata. Thank you so much for coming. And, and they've been incredible. And I know my mother-in-law watches some of these videos, and I wish my own mother could have been here, and my sister and my nephews, and wow, okay, that just hit me. So, thank you to my mother-in-law and father-in-law who are always there for us, and who, again, I said it in my post, like, nothing really had to change. My husband is an amazing, amazing man, and he has done nothing but support our goals. And even though this hasn't interfered in any way, I've really not had to ask him to do anything like, hey, can you hang out the kids because I have to do cardio at 5 o'clock at night? Nope, never happened. And I never had to ask my mother-in-law to do things, but it's just, they're there. They're always there. They watch the baby when I have to go to work, and my husband has to take Koa to Muay Thai. And, again, I miss my mom, so I love you, and I wish you were here, and I miss my sister, and, I miss Erwin, and I miss Mason and Hunter, my cousin Dina. I miss everybody, James and Mark and Josh and my Aunt Marie and Uncle Mike, my Uncle Vinny, all my cousins. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. I love you all. I wish everybody was here. I have such an amazing family with all of my clients and with the friends that I've made out here in California, but I do. I don't want to be back in New York. Don't get that twisted. But I just wish that they could have been out here, and I wish I could have had, my sister was texting me all day, and you want to know what? I just freaking realized that I didn't text her back and tell her. I text her right after I won the first two, so I got to text her now. Okay, I'm done. I love you. I actually think I'm going to, because the last video was like 7 minutes, and then this one was 9, so I think this is going to be it. I'm just going to have my day with my family and upload this video. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and fathers out there that play the role of both. And let this be a motivator for you to be the best you could be.